Okay, so good morning everyone and welcome to meeting number 130 of Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club. On behalf of this club, I am your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. So let me start the meeting by stating the mission of our club first. We at Mumbai Speakers Toastmasters Club provide a positive and supportive learning experience wherein members are empowered and encouraged to develop strong communication and leadership skills, resulting into greater self-confidence and personal growth. Throughout the course of meeting, there are few general instructions which everyone need to follow. Firstly, I request everyone to quickly prefix their name as per Toastmasters preferred way. For example, if you're playing any role, then name of that role, space, TM, space your name. And there are a few taboo topics considered by Toastmasters International on which members are expected to refrain from speaking. These topics include religion and politics. Also, as a reaction to anything being said, you can use the reaction options provided by the Zoom application, or you can, while your video is on, clap like this, or even go with the traditional India way of clicking a chutki. Fourthly, this meeting is being live streamed and recorded. So in case you have any reservation on your speech being recorded, you can let us know and we'll pause the live streaming appropriately. I request fellow members to avoid cross-talking when others are speaking so that it doesn't result into disappointment and disruption during the course of meeting. And if you are any guest who have probably joined us for the first time or the second time, I request you to prefix your name as guest space your name. With that being said, without any further ado, let's hand over the stage to our presiding officer for today's meeting, who is the president of our club, Toastmaster Rakesh. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Arbaz. As usual, it was a fantastic introduction that you have given. I don't think I need to mention anything further, but thank you and welcome to the 130th meeting, as Arbaz said correctly, of the Mumbai Speakers Club. And it is always very engaging and very interesting to be part of Mumbai Speakers again, given the quality of speakers and role players that we have. So, and in today's meeting, we have a guest who has joined us, I believe, for the second time, is guest Tanya. So, Tanya, can we quickly, I think, Zoom Master, can we spotlight Tanya? And Tanya, can you come on screen on stage, basically, to say a few words about yourself? And what is your motivation to join Toastmasters, most importantly, and what do you expect from Toastmasters and also from Mumbai Speakers?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. My name is Tanya Agarwal. I'm 17 years old, and the thing which has motivated me to join a Toastmasters club is that to freely speak and to speak confidently without any judgment, and to come out of the comfort zone and to speak all your heart out. So basically, I have joined this club because I want to get out of my comfort zone, and I want to learn. I want to learn many new things because in my last class also I've learned many things from everyone. So here also I have come to learn new things and I have to come to speak freely and confident.
Thank you so much, Tanya, for a wonderful introduction. I believe that was a table topic in itself. So, and I can assure you that no, you're not going to be judged in this club, and you can speak your heart out, obviously bound by the rules and regulations of Toastmasters, and we look to have you as a member very shortly with us, right? Okay. So without further ado, let me give you a background about our Toastmaster of the Day theme today. It is something that we have used right from childhood to now. We have been using it to get ahead in life. We have been using it to stay ahead of the curve. We have using it during our exams. We have been caught doing it, and we have been catching others also doing it. Whether it is good, whether it is bad, that is something which I will hand over to the Toastmaster of the Day today. Our Toastmaster of the Day is none other than our VP Education, who is Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you so much, Rakesh, for this wonderful description. And good morning, fellow liars and guests. And welcome to another exciting and transformative Toastmasters meeting. So as today's theme suggests, everyone lies. Lying is a unique dimension of one's personality. Mark Twain once said, everybody lies, while awake, while sleeping, every day, every hour, in your joy, in your mourning. do you know how many times an average individual lies in an average conversation of 10 minutes? Any guesses?
I think it depends pretty much on the character of the individual. If you're dealing with someone who is highly ethical, then you can expect it to be somewhere between zero.
True, that's true. But like if we take an average, so on an average, an individual lies around 5 times in 10 minutes. But there are also some extraordinary people who can lie 10 times in 10 minutes. So with this, I would like to mention there are many funny movies on this topic. Like one of my best is Liar Liar, where Jim Carrey is the hero. Then we have a Hindi version, a kind of Hindi version of that, Govinda's movie, Kyunki Main Jhoot Nahi Bolta. And we have few cartoon characters like Pinocchio, whose nose keeps on growing each time he tells a lie. So I'm sure you all must have been lied a lot in your previous times as well as in your day-to-day life. So I would like to throw upon the stage to everyone who would like to share your experiences where they have lied and were caught, or sometimes you got away with it successfully. So maybe like I can start. So we in our school days, we like when our school teacher used to ask us like whether you are done with your homework. So we used to say that yes, the homework is done, but the book is with a person who is absent today. It's a it's a very silly thing, but yeah, we used to do it a lot. Or sometimes like we had a computerized electric bell in our schools. So when teacher used to ask like whether we are done with our homework, we already knew that there are just 30 seconds left, and my turn will take at least 5 minutes. So we confidently used to say that yes, we have finished it, and the bell used to ring after 30 seconds and we were saved. So yeah, similarly, if you have some instances in your lives, you can come forward and share.
Yeah, can I go? Rupesh here.
Yeah, Krupesh.
I think, like Arbaz was saying, that for ethical person, the frequency might be less, but I think this count would be including the English niceties. So we say glad to meet you to many of our office colleagues, but back of mind we are thinking, "अरे किधर से आ गया वापस?" Or second time, I personally need to lie a lot is when I receive gift, that's a shirt or something else. And for sure, you have to smile and say, "Oh, that's a fantastic shirt, and I like it very much," even if you totally hate the color as well as design. Yeah. So these are the few instances I lie nowadays.
Yeah, that was funny, Krupesh. Yes, Swapnali, you can go next.
Thank you. Apologies. First of all, I won't be switching on my camera. So coming to the topic, I generally do not lie, but there is one person to who I lie regularly, and that's my husband. So, for example, there is some work that I'm supposed to do. For example, if I have to call someone and I forget, and he asks me whether I call that person, I'll say I did it. I called him, whatever, him or her, so that I don't get to hear the lecture, and then I'll then do it subsequently. So those kind of lies is the only lies that I live with. But yeah,
True.
thank
Yeah. So
you.
we all tell this kind of lies to usually with our managers and our seniors to get a sigh of relief temporarily, and then I mean maybe in long term we usually suffer. But yeah, Tanya.
Actually, whenever we get our test results of our exams, so once I'm actually good at studies, but there was one time when I did not get good marks. So when my parents asked me, "Did you get your papers?" So I said, "No, I did not get." Or I would just say I got very good marks. But then after that, there was the report day, right? The PTM meeting. So I that the teacher told me she got this much marks, and the paper was already discussed. And then the parents looked at me like, I was like, oh God, now I'm going to be dead because I had told them I did not get the paper only. So then they grounded me for like 1 week and then they punished me. And that time the Holi was also there, so they banned me from going downstairs to play Holi. That was one instance where I lied and then I got punished for that.
Yeah, Tanya, that is perfectly relatable. So like in my case, I lied to my parents when I was in my ninth grade that I have got 80% marks. But in reality, I had got around 75 or something. But ultimately, they came to know during that parent-teacher meeting on a Saturday, and and that day, like I was punished badly. So yeah, and one of my friends, what he did was like during his term exams, he just corrected his handbook. Like we used to get our marks written in that handbook, and he converted all the threes into eights and all the six into eights, and and then ultimately and his parents were very happy that okay, wow, my son got 80% this time. But and then like uska bhanda foot gaya, like during the parent teacher meeting, and he suffered there. And like one other thing I remember, like during our economics, during our college days, like we used to trace the signature of our economics professor. So we used to get a container, a vegetable container at the bottom of the refrigerator, and we put a bulb on inside that, a light bulb, and we put a glass, transparent glass over it, and we put that paper from which we want to trace, and above that your own blank paper, and we could easily trace his signature. And we used to submit him, and he could not make out his own signature also. So that was a really fun thing at that time. So now I would like to give you some statistics about the people lying. So at the age of 4, 90% of kids understand the meaning of lying, and 60% of people above the age of 18 are incapable of having a conversation, lying at least one in every 10 minutes. And on our CVs and resumes, around 31% of the people lie, and 21% of the people lie just to make jokes or make a prank, and 20% of people lie because they don't want to be around other people. And out of all these liars, like 70% of people claim that they still want to do it again. So with this, like we would let's play a game. Like it's a quite famous game, like two truths and a lie. So each person has to, or like whoever volunteers first, they have to say two truths and a lie, like three sentences. Out of the three sentences, two are true ones and one is a lie. It can be in any order. It can be sandwiched between two truth sentences, or it can be at the first or the bottom. And the rest of us will be guessing that which one of these is a lie and which are the truths. Okay. So like let me, and ideally in this game, like whoever guesses it correctly goes next. But we can, like if you are not prepared, we can give a chance to someone else. So I can start first. So my three sentences are like, I won at a fashion show in my college. I like to roam around my house while brushing my teeth. And I love swimming. So any guesses, like which one of this is a lie? And
First is a lie. The remainder of the two are the truths.
wow, yeah, that's perfect, Rakesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never participated in a fashion show. So yes. So Rakesh, do you want to go next?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised even if you won the fashion show, Prashant. You're a very charming guy. So I would say all three were the
Thank you
truth.
so much.
But because you said it's two truths and one lie, so I guess
Yeah.
the first one was a lie.
True.
Okay.
You want to try?
Yeah, I think I'll let someone else go next. Then I'll go after that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Anyone else would like to try?
Yeah, I would like to go.
Yeah, Arbaz.
So my first sentence would be, this is not the first time we are engulfed with a humanitarian crisis. Okay? This is not the first time that we are engulfed with a humanitarian crisis. And second would be, this is the first time that we are facing a situation wherein people are feeling about, no. We are second sentence would be, we are for the first time feeling a situation wherein people are constantly feeling selfless about doing anything to a particular situation. And the third sentence would be that during the targeting, only civilians were massacred.
Sorry, what was the last one?
Can you repeat the last one, Arbaz?
During the targeting, only civilians were massacred, because history is replete with examples of wars.
No, during the what? Target date. What did you say? What is that?
Targeting, sir.
Targeting. Achha.
Yes.
Okay. Targeting what? Sorry.
During recent targeting by the military, only civilians were killed.
Okay. So I think the second one is a
second
lie.
one, yeah.
Like, yeah, we are feeling selfless about others and all.
Remaining at
So,
yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else would like to go? Yeah, Tanya.
First sentence is, I never lied to my mother. Second sentence is, I get very bad marks in my exams. Third one is, wait. Second one is, I actually get very good marks in exams. And third one is, I'm an introvert.
Sorry,
I think first one.
The third one? Yeah, I mean, the answer should be the first one. Yes. That you never lied to your mother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, great. So yes, Saket.
Yeah, first sentence for me would be, I have got 100% marks throughout my career, all through, all through my studies. Second is, I have, I am a avid traveler. I like to travel to places. And third sentence is, I like to read books.
So I think
again, it has to be first one, yeah. Because if it was true, I mean, you would be a very famous personality. We would already known you via newspapers or something.
Yeah, true, very true.
True. Okay.
I'll go next.
Yeah, Rakesh, you can go.
Since this is two truths and a lie, so let me make it about myself and not just a statement where you can guess what is lies and truth. So the first statement is, I'm a brilliant singer. The second is, I can exercise for 2 hours non-stop. And third is, I would never offend anyone.
I think third one.
Third one is lying. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think first one.
I think the first one.
Yeah,
let's wait for Arbaz. Okay, Arbaz has given his word. Okay, others.
I'm saying the first one.
Okay.
Third one.
First one is the lie.
Okay, so I think majority is saying with third one. So actually, this was a trick question. This was not two truths and a lie. This was 2 lies and a truth. Okay. So the first and third is a lie, and the second one is a truth. So sorry for playing a joke here.
Yeah, great, Rakesh. Yeah, I like this innovation. Otherwise, it was getting a little simple for everyone. So yes. Okay. Deepak, you want to go next?
Yeah. So I regularly wake up by 6 a.m. I was very good at maths, and I am an avid reader.
No, sorry. First one is what? I wake up at?
I regularly wake up by 6 a.m.
Okay. And second is, you're good at maths. And third?
I am an avid reader.
I would say second.
Second. Yeah, I think second.
First one is lie.
Okay, you wake up at 5 a.m. Okay. No, but
okay.
I thought you told me once, I don't know, that maths was not your go-to subject. So that is why I thought maybe second is a lie.
Oh, math was the only forte for me. Maybe.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's great actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's move ahead with our meeting. So the meeting is divided into three parts. The first part is the prepared speeches section. The second is the table topics, and the third is the general evaluation. So let us start with our first section of the meeting, which is prepared speeches. And before that, let me call upon our tag role team, which will be helping us throughout this meeting. And first, let me call upon the grammarian for today, who is our immediate past president and the best grammarian in town, Toastmaster Misha, to share that grammarian guidelines.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prashant. Grammar is not a set of rules. It is something inherent in the language, and language cannot exist without it. It can be discovered but not invented. If you think punctuation is not important, just try forgetting the comma when you tell someone, "I'm sorry, I love you." Grammar is the difference between knowing your mistake and knowing you are a mistake. Now that it's conspicuous how vital grammar is, let me go ahead and share my role. Good morning, everyone. My name is Misha D'Souza, and I'll be the grammarian for today's meeting. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any not so correct usage of English language, as well as examples of good usage. As a grammarian, it is also my duty and responsibility to introduce you to the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is perpetual. Perpetual, perpetual, which means never ending or changing or occurring repeatedly or frequently or uninterrupted. An example of the word used in a sentence is, "We are in a state of perpetual growth and improvement in Toastmasters." Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. Whenever any speaker on the stage uses the word of the day in the right context, I would request the audience to snap their fingers twice or give a silent thumbs up as a mark of appreciation. I will mention the word of the day report and the grammatical usage report at the end of the meeting by called upon by the general evaluator. I'll mention the word of the day in the chat box for your reference and usage, and I encourage all of you to use the word of the day as often as possible. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Prashant.
Thank you, Misha, for the grammarian guidelines. Now let me call upon Toastmaster Swapnali, who is already a confident role player now, to share us the R counter guidelines. Over to you, Swapnali.
Thank you, Prashant. So greetings, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the R counter role is to note words and sounds that use a crutch or a pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I'll listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, you know. I'll also listen to filler sounds, including I. I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. So that was it. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant, and back to you.
Thank you, Swapnali. Now, let me call upon our timer, Toastmaster Saket, to present the timing guidelines, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Prashant. Good morning, everyone. I'll be responsible for timing the speeches and to prevent the speakers to speak for perpetual time. My duty is to time the all types of speeches, be it prepared speeches, be it icebreaker speeches, be it speech evaluations or educational sessions. I'll be showing the green card. I'll be showing 3 cards. Green card indicates qualifying time. A yellow card indicates target time, and red card indicates maximum time. For icebreaker speech, this speech is allowed for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Prepared speeches, icebreaker speeches is allowed for 4 to 6 minutes. I'll show green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, and red card at 6 minutes. Prepared speeches is allowed for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show accordingly green card, yellow card, and red card at 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes respectively. And I'll also call upon the timer report whenever called by the general evaluator. Prepared speeches have grace period of 30 seconds on either side of the time limit. Also, table topics, speakers are allowed or encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show green card for at the end of 1 minute. I'll show yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at the end of 2 minutes. Speech evaluations is allowed for 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green card, yellow card, and red card at the end of 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and 3 minutes respectively. And also 30 seconds on either side of the time limit is allowed as grace time for speech evaluations. And again, I said, as and when called by the general evaluator, I'll prepare and present the speech report, the timer report. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Saket, for the detailed guidelines. Now let's get started with our first prepared speech. And before that, I would like to call upon evaluator Arbaz to give us the speech details of Toastmaster Krupesh. Over to you, Arbaz.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So today my speaker, number 1, Toastmaster Krupesh, is going to attempt his L1P3 speech of the Pathways Dynamic Leadership. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance the speech. The timing for this speech is between 5 to 7 minutes. With that being said, I wish him all the very best. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arbaz. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Krupesh for his speech today. 70 millimeter, Toastmaster Krupesh. Toastmaster Krupesh, 70 millimeter. Over to you. Best of luck.
Yeah. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Krupesh.
What? Yes. Matinee, balcony, dress circle. Does this word sound a bell? Yes, I'm talking about one of the favorite pastimes of us Indians, known by many names, movie, cinema, and picture. Today, I will talk about some of my favorite movies and in the process, take some of you back to the nostalgia trip to 90s. The first one is a movie from 1994, and let's see if you can guess it. The dialogue goes like this. आ गए मेरे मौत का तमाशा देखने को भगवान ने सबसे अच्छी चीज बनाई थी इंसान नीचे देखा तो सब कीड़े बन गए कीड़े रोंगते रहो कीड़ों की तरह Yes, the movie is Krantiveer, meaning revolutionary. The movie which established Nana Patekar on national scene thanks to his national award winning performance. The dialogues of this movie still reverberate in my ears. Remember Kalambali Bai, played by versatile Dimple Kapadia, or one of the cruelest faces on Indian silver screen, Chatur Singh Chita, played by great Danny Dendonka. The movie's dialogues were so famous that the audio cassette of this movie had only dialogues and no songs. There was a scene, the last scene of the movie, wherein Nana Patekar, a furious Nana Patekar, after a communal clash, angrily mixes the blood of a Hindu fellow and Muslim fellow and furiously asks crowd, अब बता हिंदू का कौन सा मुसलमान का कौन सा जब बनाने वाले ने इसमें फर्क नहीं किया तो तू कौन होता है फर्क करने वाला Can the commentary on equality get more incisive than this? Next is the movie from 1995, and albeit a lighter one. I will tell few characters' names and you can easily guess it. Chaudhary Baldev Singh, Raj Malhotra, Simran, yes, DDLG, the movie which ends with a timeless train chase scene where Amrish Puri finally relents and says, "Ja Simran ja, जी ले अपनी जिंदगी." The movie which showed us Daddy Cool Anupam Kher and Daddy Hot Amrish Puri. The movie which took us from serene European vistas to Sarso da Khet in Sada Punjab. The movie for which Switzerland tourism is perpetually indebted to Yash Chopra, so much so that they have installed his statue in the town of Interlaken where this movie was shot. And the movie which gave us famous signature SRK pose as well as the dialogue colored, colored, colored. And icing on the cake was the melodious voice of Lata Mangeshkar and Udit Narayan. Today also, any Indian wedding sangeet is incomplete without मेहंदी लगा के रखना, डोली सजा के रखना, लेने तुझे गोरी, आएंगे तेरे सजना. Next is the movie from year 2001 and on one of our favorite topics, cricket. Yes, protagonist played by Mr. Perfectionist Amir Khan. I saw this movie after my SSC exam in a theater. And in the last scene, when Kiran takes the catch, but audience soon figures out that the catch is taken beyond boundary line and it's a six. The whole theater erupted into a thunderous applause. I'm sure the roar and the decibel levels in the theater would have definitely matched the roar and the decibel levels at Wankhede after Dhoni hit match-winning six in World Cup final. Lagan gave us Buran, Kachra, Gauri. In a subtle way, it also made social commentary. And can I finish talking about Lagan without going gaga over its music? Definitely no. Can the constellation of Indian musical superstars can get any brighter than this? You had Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle, Udit Narayan, Shankar Mahadevan, Alka Yagnik, A.R. Rahman, Javed Akhtar, and many more. Next is the movie from year 2003. And I will say few dialogues and you will easily guess the movie. What is the procedure to change the room? रानी तो पापा नहीं. तुम बहुत मस्त काम करता है मकसूद भाई, अपने को तुमको थैंक यू बोलने का है. Yes, the franchisee which taught us Jadoo Ki Jhappi in our first serving and in the second serving it taught us Gandhigiri. Yes, I'm talking about Munna Bhai MBBS. Magic created by the ensemble cast of Munna and Circuit, the most famous jodi of our times, as well as equally supported by Chinky, Dr. Asthana, Anand Banerjee, and Zahir. The movie was a perfect sugar-coated tablet. With a smart outer layer of humor, it made a very meaningful commentary on India's medical system, a role of a doctor in a patient's life, as well as the value of honesty, as well as integrity. What is so special about these movies, as well as all the movies? Movies make you forget your daily struggle for a while and take you to a different world. Movies entertain, movies empathize, movies provide relief, movies make you laugh, and movies make you cry. And above all, movies shows the triumph of a hero over villain. And in the process, movie make you dream and hope in real life too. And you are motivated to say, picture abhi baki hai mere dost. Thank you.
That was an excellent speech, Toastmaster Krupesh. I think it was a perfect speech for a L1 P3. Now, before we move to our next section, which is the table topics, let us discuss more about our topic of lying. So, how do you make out whether a person is lying or telling a truth? So, I would like to share an incident in my life where I was caught lying. So, I was in my third year engineering exam and engineering college, and my placements had started. And we had a company called Somaya Networking who was recruiting from our college. So, as we were studying in Somaya College, they gave us the first preference. And along with their interview panel, they also had one psychology expert whose work was to just observe the gestures and eye movements of the person speaking and make a judgment whether this person is lying or not. And unfortunately, I thought of lying on that day. So when the supervisor asked me, like, what is your favorite hobby? So just to impress them, I told them that, okay, in my free time, I like to create some code, like create some software, some programs, and I navigate to some software related sites, etc. But somehow that lady made out that I was lying, and then they started asking details about that. So, like, can you tell me the name of the software, or like exactly which language are you browsing or looking into, etc. So that's when I came to know that, yeah, it's sometimes it is very obvious for the person in front of you to identify that you are lying. So I have a set of expressions like where you can make out whether a person is lying or not. So let me share my screen. Is everyone able to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going next. Okay. So the first sign that a person is lying is like a person starts looking directly to the right side. So usually right-handed people look directly to their right when lying about what they have heard. So the next sign is closing the eyes for more than 1 second at a time. So usually when people lie, they tend to close their eyes or blink their eyes more often. And especially at the time that they are lying, they like to have their eyes closed. So the third is the eyes darting back and forth, like looking continuously to your left and right, because they start feeling comfortable when they are lying. So next one is touching your face. So people's face often itch when they lie. So touching your face will also indicate that a person is lying. And the most important one. So psychology report says that when a person is actually, so this is just a disclaimer. So this is about a right-handed person. So when a person looks to their left, most of the times they are saying the truth because they are trying to remember something which has happened in the past. And when their eyes look at the right side, they are usually lying because they are trying to construct a lie or construct a sentence with the help of their mind. So at that time, they are looking at their right side. So I'm stopping my screen share, and
Sorry, I have a question. You're saying a person
yeah,
looking to the right will lie. So, for
yeah,
example, I'm looking directly into the camera,
yes,
and if I tilt slightly to the right, there are thoughts that I'm, gathering in my mind to formulate a particular sentence so that it
correct,
makes sense.
correct.
So that means I'm lying.
No, not exactly, Rakesh. Even like I have observed that when I get a table topic myself, I tend to look at the left side because I am like usually I'm constructing something. So when
Correct.
you are constructing a sentence, I tend to look on the left side. So
Right.
it usually means that you are like, so in some obvious things, it is like it's easy to tell that okay, there was no need to construct something here, and still you are, I mean, trying to construct something, and that means you are lying. So that way.
Okay. No, you're right. Absolutely right. Invariably, most of the people look on the left direction only. So do I. But sometimes I look in the right. So uh, I don't know. I know where you got this data from. I have to Google it and see. But I don't completely agree with this. But the blinking part, I agree. Yes, touching the face, getting
Yeah.
nervous and jittery. Yes, those are
Yes.
the
Yes.
signs of a liar.
I mean, it's quite a known thing on Google also. And I also remember like one of like when I was in my second company, we had a psychology expert who was there to train us for like for personality development. So he was a psychiatrist and a doctor who used to work at United Nations, and he has worked there for around 10 years. So all these tips and tricks, like he had first time he introduced us to these tips and tricks when like how to make out whether the person is lying and etc. Those are the things. Yeah. So yes, so with this, let us move ahead with table topic section. And now I would like to call upon our table topic master, Toastmaster Deepak, to and handing it over to him.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Deepak.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. We have seen the fantastic speech by Toastmaster Krapesh, but in real life, we don't have the luxury of giving a prepared speech. For example, you are in a meeting and your boss suddenly asks you to give your opinion on something. Or you might be asked to say a few words at a family gathering or at a friend's farewell. How would you feel in that situation? Uncomfortable, right? The ability to speak confidently and clearly without any preparation is a very vital skill to master, and that comes with the practice. At Toastmaster, the table topic session allows us to practice your impromptu speaking in a safe and friendly environment. It also gives an opportunity to all who have not spoken yet during this meeting. Now let me call the timer to give you the timing guideline.
I think he has already shared the timing guidelines for the table topic.
Yeah, so before this table topic, it's good to share once again so that people can remember.
Okay. Thank you, Deepak. So just to give you guidelines of timer, for table topic sessions, speakers are encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show a green card and at the end of 1 minute, yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at the end of 2 minutes. Also, 30 seconds as a grace period is allowed at the end of the on the at the end of the time limit for table topic sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shakib. Sorry. Yeah. So, any volunteer?
Deepak, I would like to go.
Okay. Toastmaster Prashant, half truth. Half truth, Toastmaster Prashant.
Okay. So, thank you, Deepak, for this topic. And see, there are certain times when you want to make sure that your lie doesn't get caught. It is better to tell a half truth. So it is like we mix the lies with truth in such a way that it is difficult to make out that it's a complete lie. So we tend to use this tactics many times in our office, where like when you are giving a report about your achievements during the year. So we usually show them out of 10 points, we usually show them 7 to 8 points which are true, and in between we will just insert 1 or 2 invalid points or which is a lie, so that they do not make out that the person is actually lying. And that works quite well. I mean, in my case, that has worked fine. And from Mahabharat also, I can remember one example where Yudhishthir, who was known to be a person who never tells a lie. So to trick him, they shouted the word like Narova Kunjova. That, I mean, sorry, in case of Dronacharya, yeah, I'm sorry. In case of Dronacharya, they asked Yudhishthir to say Narova Kunjova. So that means like so that meant two things. So one of the meaning of it was that his son is dead, and one of the elephants also shared the same name like his son, but actually the elephant was dead instead of his son. But he thought that his son was dead, and he laid down his weapons, and Dustadum went ahead and killed him. So yeah, these are some of the examples where people can very tactfully insert lies between the truths, so that it is not easy to make out so easily. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. Very well articulated. And you have put the correct example from the Mahabharata, which we all can relate. And yeah, that's true. Sometimes it also works in diplomacy also. And in contract agreements. Okay. For example, we say terms and conditions apply. So yeah, very good. Thanks, Toastmaster Prashant. Now guest Tanya. Let me set the topic for you. Guest Tanya, false rumors spread faster and wider than true information. False rumors spread faster and wider than true information. Guest Tanya.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Deepak sir, for this topic. So this is true that the false rumors spread faster than true information, because basically when we gossip about something, even in school or college, so mostly all these rumors which we spread are lies. Like, this student has got this much marks, or there is something going on between these two. So whenever we tell to others, so especially since it is false, it spreads like a wildfire, because people actually prefer um, false than the right information, because usually the false sentences are more pleasing than the true information. When we prefer between the false statements and the true statements, we actually prefer the false statement, because they are because the true statements are bitter, right? We don't like to hear the truth. We would like to hear the false, even if we know that what is the truth. So that's why the false statement spreads around. Like, if I was want to say an example, like in our school, if I want to say that if there is a smart kid in our class, and if there's a rumor that she has not scored that much marks, it's a rumor. It's not a truth. So if we tell to someone, so that person tells to his friends, and then it spreads around the group. So and then everyone comes to know in like 5 or 10 minutes, and then everyone comes to know that this person has not got good marks, but that's not the truth. So this is one case. Even in news, when we say that corona has, many people have got corona, when the news actually exaggerate, they don't tell the truth. So the exaggerated statements are actually spreading more than the actual information. And that's when the news people, they say that इतने सारे लोग मर गए, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसा ऐसा हो गया, instead of just stating the true facts. So in order to attract the people, in order to gain the TRP only, they do like that. Even in the information newspaper, we see that the statistics is very much high as compared to the actual statistics. That's why we say that false rumors spread more than the true information. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Tanya. Really, I'm impressed. You had touched many things with this topic. Great. Next, please.
Yeah, I can go.
Sir, Arbaz. Okay. Let me share the topic for you. Toastmaster Arbaz, your take on India ranks 85 in Corruption Perception Index of 2021.
Sorry,
Your
I had
take
a
on
little difficulty in hearing you. Can you repeat the question once again?
Yeah, I'm repeating. Yeah. Your take on India ranks 85 in Corruption Perception Index of 2021. Toastmaster Arbaz.
Hello and good morning once again. Personally speaking, I have not come across this index, so I am not going to endorse the statistic put forward by our table topic master, Toastmaster Deepak. But yeah, I do believe that whatever we come across, especially when we are constantly hooked on social media platforms, is certainly not true. And to correlate with this thing with the theme of today's meeting, lies. Mainstream media has often been accused of perpetuating false lies and misrepresenting true facts and data. But it is our responsibility, is what I believe, to hold ourselves accountable to our collective consciousness. For example, even if someone says that India is the poorest country in the world, okay, let's assume this thing. But we have to constantly think and compare and contrast and draw parallels with what is the reality. Because whatever we come across may not be certainly true. And especially when mainstream media have got political agendas on their side, things can be quite disturbing. So knowledge alone is not enough, action is the key. And especially when we youngsters are often, got ourselves into the habit of being enthusiastic or chauvinistic about any particular thing that resurfaces just randomly. We have to be extra cautious, and in that, the role of parenting cannot be understated. And if you are a parent, then it's your primary responsibility to educate your children, especially if they constantly are on their mobile phones, to educate them and tell them how to use social media platforms in a healthy way that can be beneficial for them and beneficial for the society in general as well. So over to you, table topic master.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Arbaz. Just to add, the ranking is released every year by the Transparency Index, and this list is topped by Denmark and Finland, and top 10 are mostly from Europe and Western European countries. And in year 2021, we were at 85 rank. So there was one rank improvement from 86 to 81 from 2020 to 21. Okay. Toastmaster Krapesh. Let me share the topic. Toastmaster Krapesh. India is a new choker in cricket finals. India is a new choker in cricket final. Toastmaster Krapesh.
Choker, the tax which was still now associated with the country, you can very easily guess South Africa, because in many of the big tournaments, they used to reach quarter-final or semi-final with fantastic performance, and they used to choke and go out of the tournament. And we all went through that difficult and dark phase of our cricketing career as an audience few days back. And I don't like this topic because it reminds us all the negative emotions. Narendra Modi was present in the stadium, and there was a rumor also that if Team India would have won, there were grand celebrations planned. But it was not meant to be. On the D-Day, on the final day, on the most important day, our team failed to perform. And Australia, which was at the bottom of the table in the first three matches, raced to the top of the league like a phoenix and finally won the match. So if I look at only this one tournament, you can say that India choked. But one sample size does not prove the rule. So I, in my humble opinion, would like to disagree. You have been to many tournaments and we have won many matches. So my hope and dreams for Team India are still intact, and I strongly resist this type of chokers. We are not chokers, we are the winners, and we will show that in upcoming tournaments.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kripesh, for your valuable insight. Next one, please. Toastmaster Rakesh.
Yeah, what is the topic?
Okay. Toastmaster Rakesh, which movie or movie character comes in your mind when it's about lying? Which movie or movie characters comes in your mind when it's about lying?
Interesting. So I've watched many movies, be it both English and Hindi. But when you ask me about lying, so when I look at the word lying, I would look at dissect the word in two different ways. One is lying for the benefit of humanity or lying for the benefit of somebody. Or the second is basically lying for being self-centered or selfish. So when you look at compulsive liar, the movie character that comes to my mind is the character which was there back in the 90s or early 2000 when I was a child, the big fat liar, right? So there was a movie, I don't remember the character exactly. So the theme of the movie was that that person he was a compulsive liar, and he got ahead in his life, he got ahead in his exams, and he wanted to show the world that by lying he can get ahead in life. But it turns out that he got, he scored very well in his exams, and he did quite well with his friends. He got ahead with most of the milestones that he has set in life, but unfortunately he lost the end game. The end game is when he actually was at the podium level of life, be it in exams or be it in whatever contest that he has lied and got ahead. When he was actually competing with somebody who is at par with him or at par with his level, he lost because he knew he lied his way up there. So I think that is the biggest movie that I would say that I could sort of think about a character who is a liar. And my takeaway is basically from the movie is that yes, you can lie to some extent, you can get ahead, you can stay ahead of the game or stay ahead of the curve. But when definitely you meet your match and you don't belong there, and when you're pitted against somebody who is much ahead of you and who has got there on his own merit, then obviously you will be put to shame. And as the word of the day is perpetual, you can be a perpetual liar, but that can get you only to a certain level. But a perpetual lying cannot make you a perpetual winner. Over to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh, for your wonderful views on this. And when I remember any movie which is related to lying, it comes to my mind Bunty or Bubbly. So again, a beautiful movie by Abhishek and Rani.
Correct.
Next. Yes, Toastmaster Saket. Toastmaster Saket, truth or dare? What you generally choose and why? Truth or dare? What you generally choose and why? Toastmaster Saket.
Hello. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. So, from truth or lie, I particularly will select truth because even if I were to, obviously, truth is bitter and nobody would like to hear truth. But at the same time, truth is what truth is what it is. I mean, it is the fact of life. It is what has been, actually the event has actually happened, and that is the truth about it. So I feel that truth is what I would select. I would give an example for selecting truth. As in my office, I actually try to speak truth even if that offends my bosses. But at the same time, having said the truth, my bosses also every time compliments me to have spoken the truth every time, so that they also come to know the true problems which we as an juniors are facing at the ground level. But even if the bosses are not wanting to hear the truth, but at the same time, eventually they accept the truth, and they accept the fact that there is some problem which is happening at the ground level, and they want to improve the operations or improve the every aspects of the business, so that a business happens in a right manner. So between truth and lies, I will definitely select truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakib. So basically, it was truth or dare. It was not lie. Okay. Next one, please. Any volunteers?
I can give it a go.
Toastmaster Misha? Swapnali?
No, Swapnali.
Okay. Toastmaster Swapnali, why lying is the biggest enjoyment for many? Why lying is the biggest enjoyment for many? Toastmaster Swapnali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for this topic. So the topic is why lying is the biggest enjoyment for somebody. To be honest, I cannot relate with this statement, because generally, I feel lying, or I feel the need to lie is when I'm afraid of the consequences. So I generally do not, lie when to gain any enjoyment out of it. But I would say, if I think from the perspective of people who perhaps, enjoy these lies and all, the reason could be it helps them gain a temporary benefit. Could be something as basic as parents are asking about, how something went, or how was your paper. And as a student, even if it didn't went well, but then in order to please the parents, students or kids, they might lie. They'll say, oh, it went nice, and to gain that temporary happiness or appreciation. So that could be one of the reasons why they enjoy lying, because of this temporary benefits that they might gain out of it. At times, like, there can also be major benefits. I'm just trying to think of an example. So something as simple as during interview, you might be asked whether your experience about dealing with something, and although you haven't dealt with it, but then in order to uh, uh, get selected in that interview, people might just lie, saying that they do have that particular experience, which might help them in grabbing that job offer. So those are the kind of benefits that lie might generate, and that's the reason people might enjoy or benefit from the lying process. So that's my take on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swapnali. Next one, please.
Yeah, I think Deepak, almost everyone is done.
Yeah.
Except Misha, I think. Yeah.
Misha, I'm not able to see.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Hi,
So,
Deepak.
oh,
Yeah.
you are there. Sorry.
No, since you were searching for me, I thought I should make myself visible here.
Thanks. So, shall I share the topic?
Sure, fine. Go
Okay.
ahead. Since everyone have already spoken.
Okay.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Misha, what does courage mean to you? What does courage mean to you, Toastmaster Misha?
Thank you so much, Deepak, for this beautiful question. Pretty thought-provoking, to be honest. Courage always means to stand for the truth. because mostly when you speak the truth, you are supposed to stand alone. People do not support you much. So it takes a lot of courage to speak the truth and fight for it, because sometimes we speak the truth, but if we do not get proper support, then we actually back out of it, or we deny it, or we do not continue to support it. So real courage is when you actually stand by what you say, no matter what, irrespective of the fact whether you get any support or not. And courage also means to not look for any support. It's like, it means to stand, to not be afraid actually of speaking the truth, no matter what. Like for me, it is that if you say, I would for any person, I call them courageous when they have that courage, they have that guts, that have that strength to speak the truth, and also one more thing, to endure the consequences, because it takes courage to not just speak, but also to endure whatever comes your way. So it is a whole process, and you have to be courageous throughout. But being courageous at one point and then not going forward with it does not make you courageous enough. It is partially courageous, but for you people to call you courageous or brave, you have to stand by it and endure whatever happens. And even after suffering, it does not change for you. So that is the real meaning of being courageous for me. Thank you. That's my time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. Very well connected, and I think we all can relate with it, and we all are agree with your thoughts. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. Now over to you, Toastmaster Prashant, for further proceeding.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Thanks for those relatable questions, and thank you for such active participation. I think everyone has participated. And coming on to the next section of the meeting, which is general evaluation. Evaluations are nothing but perpetual truth about ourselves and our performances. So now we would like to move to the last leg of the meeting, which is general evaluation. And again, I would like to invite Toastmaster Misha, who is double hatting today and who is also the general evaluator for today. Please welcome Toastmaster Misha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prashant. Evaluation. We learn by teaching others, which is why evaluations are such an integral part of the Toastmasters experience. Evaluation encourages the speakers and every Toastmaster to continue practicing and learning. Members who receive thoughtful evaluations feel heard and become motivated to improve. And hence, like Sudha ma'am says, evaluation is the breakfast for champions. But I feel it's the food. It's not just the breakfast, it's the food, no matter at what time do you use it or eat it. Moving on, since I'm the general evaluator, let us start with the tag team report. So I would first like to, before that, I would like to invite our prepared speech evaluator, Toastmaster Arbaz, to come forward and give us the evaluation for Toastmaster Krupesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Arbaz.
Hello, am I visible and audible?
Okay. Yes, Arbaz.
Congratulations, Krupesh, on completing your L1 P3. Today, you gave us some beautiful insights about how important movies are, how important and how potent a tool a movie is to shape our opinions, especially at times when they make us feel emotional. Sometimes they make us laugh, and sometimes they even inspire us. So, with regards to your overall speech, here are my couple of observations. Frankly speaking, dude, it was a very delicate blend of theatrics and your content of the speech, as put forward by our president of the club, Toastmaster Rakesh sir. See, when you are trying to create a drama, okay, your vocal variety and body language speaks volumes, and this was the purpose of your speech, which you nailed it pretty well. Firstly, starting with vocal variety aspect, there are two strong pillars for VV, that is pitch, and second is your volume. With regards to your speech, I personally feel that you have a superb ability to vary it between high to low pitch sounds. For example, there was a point in your speech when you said at an inflection level that "aa gaye meri maut ka tamasha dekhne," and your voice dropped in a low pitch when you said "palad, palad, palad." And with regards to second aspect, although you ensured at the outset that you were audible and visible, but I personally felt that when you started off your speech, your voice reduced a bit. So if it had been a little louder, I personally feel it would have impacted us on a different level. Second, with regards body language, there are certain do's and don'ts which everyone need to follow. One of the don'ts that experts say is that whenever we are trying to give a speech now, our full torso should be visible. I understand that we are in an online environment wherein things can get a little bit complicated in terms of adjusting our camera, but this should be the right angle. At least this much torso should be visible. And with regards to one of the don'ts, experts say that we should avoid closed arms and also closed palms. Because why? It puts us on a defensive mode and portrays less self-confidence. So what I suggest for you is to open your palm a little bit and try to ensure that you are visible fully, at least your torso region. And for everyone, this is my genuine request that whenever you are giving the speech wherein you are going to be evaluated on body language, especially, do not opt for virtual background. Especially there was a point in your speech when you said sixer, but your one hand got out of camera range and this one finger was visible. This was actually out. So just try to ensure things beforehand. Overall, it was a fantastic speech. You are going great guns and I wish you all the very best for all your future speeches. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arbaz. Timer, can we confirm if he has qualified for the evaluation?
Yes, he has qualified for the evaluation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Timer Saket. Moving on now, okay. Now we move on to the tag team report. To begin with, I would like to invite Timer Saket to give us all the timing, not the guidelines, but all the timing report throughout the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Saket.
Yeah, Saket, I think like some settings have changed, like your
Yeah, okay. I'm
like
sorry
looking
for that.
upside down, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So thank you, Toastmaster Misha. So I'll present a timer report. Almost all Toastmasters and the speakers and have qualified for the speech, except Toastmaster Tanya, who for table topic speeches have taken about 2 minutes and 9 seconds instead of maximum time allowed for 2 minutes. So if I give the detailed report, in prepared speeches, Toastmaster Krupesh took about 6.30 minutes, 6 minutes 30 seconds. For table topic speeches, Toastmaster Prashant took 2 minutes. Toastmaster Krupesh took 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Misha took 1 minute 49 seconds. Toastmaster Arbaz took 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Rakesh took about 1 minute 59 seconds. Toastmaster Swapnali took 2 minutes 15 seconds. And for speech evaluations, Toastmaster Arbaz took 2 minutes 36 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saket. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Please go ahead. Misha.
Okay. We are done with the whole timing report, right?
Yes, we are done with it.
Okay. Thank you. Moving on, I would like to now invite our counter Swapnali to give us our counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster Swapnali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Misha. Host disable participant screen sharing. Can I be granted sharing screen accesses so that I can just share report?
Yeah, sure, Swapnali, it's done.
Thank you. Okay, so hope my screen is visible. this is a
Yes.
report. I won't obviously go through each and every line, but some of the highlights are here. Deepak, Saket, and including myself. A thing to call out is Tanya being very new and guest speaker. She did, I think, a very good job. And obviously, our usual speakers, Arbaz, Krupesh, and Rakesh, there was nothing to note. So that was it. And back to you, Toastmaster Prashant. Or sorry, was it Misha? Thank you.
Master Swapnali. And coming to the grammarian report, we have had a very fantastic speech by Toastmaster Krupesh. And thanks to Toastmaster Krupesh, we were able to get some really good words. And I would like to congratulate you and all the others who have used these words, which I would now like to share with you. These are like reverberate, ensemble, triumph, vital, articulated, endorse, compulsive. There are many more, but I would like to actually highlight these ones. Also, I would like to appreciate the efforts taken by Saket, Krupesh, Rakesh, and Prashant to use the word of the day, perpetual. I would actually encourage all of you to use it more often, not just now, but in your daily lives as well. It was really good because after listening to all these speeches and all the table topics, I feel I'm very ecstatic to share the grammarian report because I get to learn a lot. It is being a grammarian, I feel as a responsibility as I am able to impart some skills which will help you to develop better vocabulary as well as grammar. And I will get to learn new words and I will learn to enhance and improve my grammatical skills as well. Also, moving on, I would now like to elucidate the not so correct usage of grammar. Though there aren't many, but I would just like to mention a few preferable phrases which would sound better grammatically. So there are just a few, actually four to be specific. Also, one thing a speaker said often. It's actually often and not often, because the T is silent when we use the word often. So it's often. Also, someone said being selected. So being selected is incorrect. You say it is select. Okay. Being selected is not the correct usage of the context which you were using. Moving on, it is someone said relate with. It's not relate with, it's relate to. I do not relate to this and I do not relate to lying, or I do not relate to this. Okay. So you relate to certain things, you do not relate with. Relate with is used in a different context, but I'm speaking in the context with which the speakers used these phrases today. So it is relate to. Also, the last one is someone used benefits that lie might generate. So it's not lie, it's lying. If you lying. So benefits that lying might generate, or benefit a lie might generate. It's like that. So in this context, lie might generate is incorrect, or benefits that lying might generate is preferable, to be honest. So these are certain few nuances which I could see. To be very honest, it's fun to not have people say use incorrect grammar, because that way we know we are all improving and we are really good speakers. We have good speakers with great diction and good grammatical usage and great usage and knowledge of English language. So I have fun when I see this. And the best part is you getting to know, use, and learn a lot of vocabulary. So thank you so much, everyone, for being a patient listener and learning and making me responsible to learn a lot of things. So thank you so much. Have a great week ahead. Now, moving on to the general evaluation. To begin with, the meeting started at 11:04, which was just 4 minutes. So that is okay. Unless it's five minutes after the actual time, it's okay. But if we go beyond that, then it is something we need to work on. But the meeting started pretty much on time. Toastmaster Arbaz, who was the sergeant at arms for today, was able to share the guidelines very properly. He was pretty candid with it. It felt like he was talking and was not reading out the guidelines. So I like that thing about him. It was really good to see Toastmaster Rakesh as the presiding officer after a very, very long time. He very well addressed the guest, and I like the way he introduced the theme for today's meeting. I like that he said something about the theme and still left a lot of things unsaid and left it for the Toastmaster to reveal it. So that was a great thing which a PO does, and kudos to you, presiding officer Toastmaster Rakesh. Coming on to the Toastmaster of the day, I just loved the theme, which is liar, liar. We all are liars, to be honest. So no matter what we say, we are lying. I think your statistics may differ. Maybe someone might be lying 11 times a day, 11 times in one, like, one sentence, or not sentence, but once they speak in the whole that thing, that duration of speaking, they might lie more. And someone might be extraordinary to not lie also. But to be honest, we all lie on a very regular basis. So I love the theme of the meeting. It was fun, and Toastmaster of the day, Prashant, like the sweet person he is, he very nicely started the meeting and gave us movie references. This was a very good thing to do because we all are movie buffs. Most of us are, and some way or the other we relate to movies. So giving us references to that makes us on hooked on to what you want to say. So that is a good thing. It's in for YouTubers you say clickbait. So clickbait hota hai. So because of that, people come and watch your like video, and here you said so many things that we were eager to listen to more of what you said. So I loved how interactive your session was, and we had a really good participation. Everybody was very sporting, and they participated well in the whole interactive session. They shared their instances of lying and their experiences. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I could see that everyone is enjoying it also. I like this. I love the statistics you related to lying and the famous games we mostly play, Two Truths and a Lie. Toastmaster Rakesh, when he flipped it to two lies and one truth, was also fun. And I was actually tempted to do that, but I'm glad he did that. Anyways, you will be learning, hearing so much of me, so I refrain from speaking for the rest of the meeting. Anyways, I'm a huge talker. So moving on. So different types of lies and truth were revealed, and I loved how you told us what are certain indicators of people who lie. So we'll keep that in mind, and we'll try to gauge the situation and what the person is speaking, and try to understand if they're lying or not. So thank you for that. And you very well took part. You very well took the whole meeting ahead in proper in the way, in the format it is supposed to be. And you have always been that calm person who takes care of everything. So, Prashant, kudos to you. I can see that nervousness has gone away. You are taking sure, you're making sure everything is happening in a proper way. You speak well, you make it very interactive. I feel as if we all are like one, like in a family gathering, we are talking to each other. So it doesn't feel like a Toastmaster meeting, it feels like a family gathering. So I really have fun. And Toastmaster of the day, Prashant, you were brilliant. I would really like to see more of you, and more of you being a Toastmaster of the day, to be honest. You always bring about really great themes, and I look forward to seeing you getting more interesting themes and more active participation. So kudos to you. Moving on for the tag role players, Swapnali and Saket were really precise. I really applaud both of them. They have been really active role players whenever they are. They make sure they take up roles, and I really like their participation. So Swapnali and Saket, thank you for being so precise. You were very precise and prompt with your roles. We did not face any technical glitches, to be honest. The guidelines were explained well, were very clear. Although one thing for the timer role, not just for Saket, but for anyone who's playing the timer role, I would urge you to not share all the guidelines at once, because we keep moving throughout the meeting. So just give the basic guidelines, introduce yourself as a timer and tell what you do. And now then when we move forward to certain sections, then you can go ahead and give the timing guidelines for that particular section. Because when we move through the section, it is always better for people to know the timing guidelines while they are in that section. So if we are in the prepared speeches, better you say, you just tell the timing guidelines for the prepared speeches. Then when we go ahead, again, we come for the timing guidelines of the table topic sessions, and then the evaluation. So that way it makes easy for everybody to make sure that they are well aware in the time limit. But apart from that, technically it was great. And I liked how there was no nervousness and you all were able to give out the guidelines. Swapnali is always a brilliant and an excellent role player. She makes sure that she makes note of all the nuances when she's an hour counter, and she shares it in the Excel sheet. And it was really nice that she made sure it was pretty precise and brief and not very comprehensive. And even if it's comprehensive, she makes sure that it's in an Excel sheet. So kudos to that, Swapnali. You shared the guidelines well and you were very clear. So thank you for that. Moving on to the prepared speech. Prepared speech by Toastmaster Krupesh was very well evaluated by Toastmaster Arbaz. Although I just want to say it was a very, very fun speech. And me, myself being a Bollywood buff, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. I was hooked onto it. And the moment you used to say the dialogues, I used to relate to every dialogue. And I used to say, recall all the movies. So thank you for that. I really enjoy anything related to Bollywood. So thank you. I especially thank you from a Bollywood buff. So, and I love the theatrics, as Arbaz and even Rakesh in the comment section mentioned. The way you delivered the dialogues, it added more strength to your speech. So great. That was really great. Evaluation by Toastmaster Arbaz. To be honest, Arbaz is like an all-rounder. He's a pro Toastmaster. So he's not just a terrific prepared speaker, but a superb evaluator. He very well covered all the specifics and the characteristics which are required to give a good prepared speech. I loved how he demonstrated how the body language should be, how much of it should be visible, how much of it should not be there, and all the gestures and everything. So it was great. And obviously, when he speaks, I do not need to evaluate him much because he himself has evaluated it well. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Arbaz. Moving on, we have table topic master Deepak. Deepak, you were great as a table topic master. I loved how you prepared every question so carefully and curated it in sync with the theme of the meeting, which was liar. So you made sure it was not just a regular table topic session, but something which relates to the theme and is relatable for people to speak as well. You did not ask people a very difficult question, but something which is fun for them to answer. And I could see a very active participation. So kudos to you, because you bring out that comfort in people, that people are candid with you. So I applaud your efforts which you took for making these questions, from framing these questions and answering them, and then adding certain values to their answers as well after they are done. So kudos to you. And with that, I think I have covered pretty much everything, all the tag roles. And yeah, I think that is it. I have really enjoyed. I am not very good at general evaluation. I need to learn from Vishal and Brijesh and Sudha ma'am. So this is just a learning thing. This is a phase for me. I hope I will be a better evaluator in the next meeting. Thank you for bearing with me, for listening to whatever I've said. I hope I have been able to contribute some values to which you can take away and inculcate and learn and improve yourselves as well. I have improved and I will be improving. It is a perpetual process, which I feel. So thank you so much, everyone. I know we have to wrap up soon today since Rakesh and Prashant will be attending another area council meeting. So all the best to you, to the XCOM, to you guys. And thank you so much, everyone. Now I would like to hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Prashant. Over to you, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Misha, for that detailed evaluation and those kind words. And I'm sure you are going to become a pro in general evaluation, just like your grammarian role. So kudos to you. And coming to the closing remarks now. So trying to conceal a lie may require a person to lie even more. And this becomes a vicious circle. So therefore, it's better as far as possible to be honest at the first instance itself, no matter how harsh the truth is. So I would like to mention a quote from Mahatma Gandhi that a no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes said just to appease people or to avoid trouble. And there are few more quotes which are one of my favorites from the web series Chernobyl, that every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth. Sooner or later, that debt is paid. The second one, the truth doesn't care about our needs or wants. It doesn't care about our governments, our ideologies, or religion. It just reveals itself. And when the truth offends, we lie and lie until we no longer remember that it is even there, but it is still there. So we all understand that it is not possible to completely say the truth. And yes, lying is sometimes necessary to come out of that situation temporarily, but also it can lead to disasters like Bhopal gas tragedy as well as Chernobyl disaster. So with this, I would like to end this session and I will be launching the polls now, after which I will be handing over to our presiding officer, Rakesh. So let me start with the polls now. So I'm launching the polls for best table topic speaker.
Arbaz's name is repeated because of some reason.
Repeated, yeah, I realized that. Yeah, so sorry for that. Yes, you can vote in anyone. It's fine. Yes. Yeah, so we are done with table topic polls. Now let me start with 1 second. Yeah, so ending the poll now. Oh. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm getting a like internal server error or something. So I will have to let me launch the polls after the meeting through the Google Forms. Okay. So I don't think this internal server error will go away like as it 1 second. Yeah, it will not go away. So yeah, I will be launching the polls after the meeting through Google Forms. Okay. So like now handing over to Rakesh. Yeah, just a second. Sorry.
Tanay, if you wanted to say something, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for. Actually, I want to say something that there is a term called catfishing. That term means that when a person on social media, that person actually fakes his or her identity to impress others. So even that person lies that I'm rich or I'm looking that much or shares a fake profile. That actually means catfishing to actually impress others to so that they can be together or something. So I wanted to introduce that word. And one more thing, there's a quote I think that truth is like a debit card where we pay first and enjoy later, and lie is a credit card where we enjoy first and then we pay later. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya, for these. Yeah, these are quite new to us. But yes, we have heard about those scams where like mostly from African countries, like where they say that you have won a lottery of like some 1 million pounds, and then you need to provide your bank details so that we can deposit the money into your account. So those kinds of frauds, they keep on coming. So yes.
And Tanya is already like a pro Toastmaster.
Yes, yeah, so true. Yeah, so Rakesh, sorry, you were disconnected in between. So yeah,
Sorry, I
I'm done
had a
with the
power cut. Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
the generators were back on now. So it takes at least 5 minutes for it to come back. Yeah.
yes. So I'm done with the closing remarks. So over to you for presiding officer.
Sorry, I couldn't listen to grammarian Misha and general evaluators' comments, basically, such a detail. I'm sure she must have done justice, very elaborate. And I'm sure she could have spoken perpetually, but she chose not to because of time constraint, right? So anyway, thank you so much. And thank you to our newest member, Tanya. Tanya, while you spoke very well, I like your tenacity that you have showed and your willingness to speak, right? That is most important. That is the first, I would say the first step that you need to take as a public speaker is to basically come on stage. As DTM Sudarshan said, one of the sessions, it takes courage to just be on camera. That is one. And second is it takes courage to speak. And third is it takes courage to perfect yourself as a speaker. These are the three stages that you have. So you're on stage one at this point of time, although you're constrained for time, but I liked your willingness and the boldness and the enthusiasm that you've shown to speak. I would love to have you on board as a member, and I'm sure we can groom you to be an excellent speaker. And you would definitely be one of the youngest members that we have, if in case you come on board, right? Because doing it at 17 really takes courage. That is another courage that it takes, right, Tanya? So definitely do get in touch with Prashant, me, or our VP membership, right, Ravi Raj, and we'll be happy to onboard you here. Otherwise, fantastic, great session, great meeting by everybody. And I don't have any other closing, but this is one of the lowest participation that we have. But as they say, to do more with less, that's what we have done here. And we have been very interactive, which is very important. And as the theme is liar, I can assure you this is not lies. This is coming from the heart. Yes, and this is one of the remarkable and impeccable sessions that I've attended. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. And with everyone's permission, we can close the meeting then.
Thank you so much. Have a great week ahead. And all the best, Rakesh and Prashant.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Misha.
Thank you.